Ooh, hello, hyperspace! My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because this is some Modern Warfare remastered gameplay in the map Shipment, which is possibly the most hectic, crazy, exploding, everything going all over the place kind of map in Call of Duty history. And it's epic! I have no idea what's going on. You're probably not going to have any idea what's going on because everything blows up. So, speaking of Call of Duty maps, Call of Duty World War II has announced their first map pack. And, I'm gonna just go on and roast Call of Duty in this video, so let's get right into this. They said that they put a lot of work, time, and effort in these maps, right? Well, let's see about that. It's gonna have 3 multiplayer maps, 1 war map, and then 1 zombies map. We're basically getting the 5 DLC that we always get. So, let's actually cover the 3 multiplayer maps, right? Let's cover war map first, because the war is actually really interesting. So this war map, they said, is going to be a little different. You're actually going to have to wind up escorting let's call it a payload, because I mean, that's what it is. We're going to wind up escorting the payload to a certain part of the map. We're going to wind up rescuing some hostages, get them to safety, and then escort the payload for the rest of the game. So it's basically Overwatch. And then we're going to actually wind up taking a look at the other multiplayer maps, and well, here are their names. Now, they said they worked tirelessly, and they were going ham, and they were just giving all they got for these maps. So let's see if they're telling the truth. The first one is going to be called Arthropoid? Whatever. It's a small map, and because it's a small map, that means it didn't really require a lot of work in it. And well, that's one line right there. And the next one is going to be called, what is it? Valkyrie. Overwatch reference. Mercy. And they said that this is going to be a map that has long sniper sidelines, and when they said that, they showed 1 street, and I don't think 1 street is a good sniper sideline because there's no place to hide, no place for cover. But hey, I mean, let's see if they can keep it old school. And let's see if actually the other map is called Occupation. And if you actually saw the trailer and what they were saying, they said that Occupation is a remake of what was that map called? It was in Modern Warfare 3. It was Enforcement, something like that. I forgot what it was. I think it was Reinforcement. And wait a minute. Didn't Reinforcement come out in Infinite Warfare as well? So you're telling me, and that was in the last map pack of Infinite Warfare. So a map that we've gotten on October, they're going to give us again in January, but just reskinned. So then they're going to go off and tell us that they were working so hard on these new maps, and all they did was just recolor 1, and then give us 2 tiny little maps, because we all know the World War II map's going to be tiny. So here they are, saying they worked so tirelessly, man. They were going ham, staying up day after day, working on these maps, and all they did was kind of just give us 2 new maps, because one of them we already had, and the 2 multiplayer maps are so small you can count them as 1. And then you just have the the war mode, which I guess can be a map. And then the zombies. Ooh, mama, the zombies. So here's how the zombies is going to work. It's going to take place in an island, right? Whoever that doctor is, let's call him Dr. I don't know, Faitamaken. So Dr. Faitamaken went to a mysterious island, and Faitamaken decided to do his zombie-ish experiments on this island. And they were saying things get creepy when the fog rolls in because you never know who's going to pop up and attack you. And that's a really good thing to put into zombies. You know, it makes everything all spooky, it makes you, fear the fog, and it makes you want to run indoors. But haven't we done this somewhere before? Wasn't there a Call of Duty where we had to avoid a fog-like situation? I think it was... Right! It's the Call of Duty that everybody hates. Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, there was a map in Call of Duty Ghosts that I believe it took place in Antarctica. And it was in this military base. And when you complete a field order on that map, you actually get let's call it a kill streak. And what this kill streak does is it creates a blizzard. Okay, follow me here. And then this blizzard makes everything foggy. And in the fog, snow monsters come out and eat the enemy players. So this map that they worked so hard on, and they were staying up, day after day, night after night, they technically stole an idea from Ghosts and put it in Zombies. And they gave us a map that we got 3 months ago, and then they gave us 2 really tiny maps that you can basically count as 1. And, well, 1 new war mode. And then there, you watch that trailer, and they go off and say, "We can't wait for you to get your hands on these new maps." They don't care about that, they just want their money. And, that's the first map pack of Call of Duty World War II, yeah. So, if you have Infinite Warfare, this is why Infinite Warfare is better than World War II, because while you guys are going to be playing in your remake of Reinforcement, whatever it's called, people who have Infinite Warfare are already playing that map. Oh, but wait, Davontos has some big news. Okay, so I did a ton of research. I went down to the deep web and all that shit, and I actually found the next DLC pack for Call of Duty World War II. It is huge. I haven't even announced this yet, but man, you gotta do a lot of research like Davontos, man. Your boy gonna give you all that information. So here it goes. The next DLC pack for Call of Duty World War II is going to have 3 multiplayer maps. We all saw that coming, just like World War, the first map. And then it's going to have 1 war mode. That's pretty cool. And then it's going to have 1 zombies mode. So check this. Let's actually cover the 3 multiplayer maps first. Ooh, cough in here. That's how epic it is. So, the first map in multiplayer is actually going to be a remake of Terminal, but instead of being called a terminal, instead of being an airport, it's actually remaking. It's changed into a train station. So, and then it's it's not like we never had that before. And then the next one is actually going to be a remake of Nuketown. Yo, Nuketown coming back, but instead of being called Nuketown, it's called Bombtown. Instead of having buses and stuff, it's going to have, like, you know, World War II jeeps and a giant truck. And then the last one is actually going to be a remake of Point du Hoc. They're just going to rename it and call it Point du Eagle. And then here we go. And then for the war mode, it's actually going to be in a giant castle that takes place in Germany. It's going to be called German Walls. With German Walls, it's an old, rugged down German city that was attacked, and, you know, the Nazis kind of took it over. There's a lot of dead bodies all over the place. And what you got to do is you got to get to the infantry tank, and you're going to have to wind up escorting the infantry tank around the castle until you finally get to the main castle palace, where you find some dude that's sitting on a throne. You gotta actually escort the payload. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I thinking? You gotta escort the tank to that castle, and once it stops in front of the old dead guy, then you win the game. And then finally for the zombies. Now the zombies, it's not going to be called Zombies in Spaceland. It's just a remake version of it. It's actually going to be called Zombies in La La Land, and it takes place in the clouds. And this German guy, maybe he got some kind of rocket ship. You know how the zombie story modes won't make no sense. This zombie scientist, Dr. Feitemaken, he gets a jetpack. He flies to Cloud 9. You got to follow him up there. And when you're at Cloud 9, you're going to have like zombies with wings, and you're going to be fighting zombie pigs, elephants, hippopotamuses, and all this weird shit. And once you finally beat him with the boss. The boss in that map is not going to be some grotesque huge monster with body parts. No, it's actually going to be Super Mario when he's in that cloud level from Super Mario 64. He's just going to be zombified. And, well, I just can't wait for this map pack to come out. So if you like this video, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me up on Twitter at DavantosMan. And as always, I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a nice day!